Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In this short tutorial, inshallah, I will show you how to create embedded answer cloze questions. It's a type of question that can be used for the following style of questions. If you want to create a table form of translation and you want it to look like this, you want to add small multiple choice options within the table for translation or for grammar test as well. For example, you have a table and you want to give them a few options to choose from, or you want to create a whole table that looks like this, and students can choose from an option and fill in a whole table for the mirror or a fail. Or for an assignment, for example, nations chart, if you want your students to have to see the chart as full as is they used to do it on the paper, and you want it to look like this, you can create this type of question through embedded answer cloze type of question, inshallah, that will show you. It's a simple easy coding question. It is created with coding. It's very simple and easy, alhamdulillah. It requires a little more patience. Let's start. So here's the type embedded answers cloze. Yeah. In order to create such question, the best way of creating a table is to copy it either from the G Drive document or Pages or Word document. You can try copying it from a Word document as well. I haven't tried it, but if it works from Word, then inshallah you can do that as well. But G Drive documents, so if you have created a G Drive document, there you created a table and added correct and incorrect options, then inshallah it will work. I will copy a few lines from here, and this is a document that we have already created for our JIS test, and we'll copy them here and paste them here. So you need to create this table and add all the text within another document, so that if you try creating a table from within this editor, this text editor or question editor, then it creates some difficulty. It does not show up the way we want it. The table is not very proper. You can set the alignment and everything later on once you have copy pasted, or you can do it from the document itself. Okay, inshallah. So let's begin adding the coding. So here you can see the correct and incorrect all options are there already added. All I'm going to do is add this simple coding. So you'll start with the curly bracket, end it with a curly bracket. Okay, let's start again. So start with the curly bracket, 1 for the marks. This number has to be round. You can keep it 2, 3, 4, 5. It will be an equal portion for all the multiple choice given within this table. System will automatically give each blank a share, or each drop down a share if you give it 1. If you want a particular blank or drop down to have more marks as compared to other, then you can make it 2 or 3, as many marks you want allot to a specific drop down. So keep it 1, keep it a round number. It cannot be 1.5, it cannot be decimal value, it has to be 1, 2, 3, 4. It has to be a round number. Colon MC for multiple choice, S for shuffle. So this S will shuffle all the options. You don't have to change the options, the place of the options. The system will automatically shuffle it for you. So every time every student open it, it will show up at a different place. So it will automatically shuffle. Equal mark, so another colon, and then equal mark for correct option. So for example, our option 1 is correct. We'll place that. Then a tilde mark as a separator between two options. Option 2, tilde mark again. Option 3, and then you can add tilde mark and as many options as you want to add, 10, 20, as many options you have you want to add. Then as far as you're separating them with tilde mark, it will work, inshallah. So here's your coding done for the model coding. Let's add this coding into the table and see how it looks like. One more thing before we begin. So this MCS code will give us a drop down menu, but if you want it to show as radio selection buttons, for example, for that coding will be MCVS. Or if you want it to look like a horizontal, you might have filled some forms sometimes that show up in the radio form that you can see the options right then and there. And I will use this coding and then inshallah we can see what's the difference. Let's add the coding to these options. 1 MCS equal for the correct option, and then tilde for separator as a separator between two options, and close the curly bracket. It's better if you leave no space between on this side, and especially here in the equal mark. It sometimes create error if there is space between the correct option and the equal mark. Not all the time, but sometimes. So here's the coding again. I'm going to make it MCVS so that it looks like a radio button selection, a vertical radio button selection. So here we are adding tilde as a separator between option 1 and 2 and 3. So I hope you noticed that. And the last one, 1 MCHS for slash cannot be used as a separator between options. We are just keeping it for our own understanding in the document, the G drive document, but it cannot be used. Let me center align it so it looks proper. Okay, alhamdulillah. So I'm going to leave rest of it as is, and let's save and see how it looks like. See, there are probably spaces here and there. That's why these errors are showing up. Here you can simply see upon and aghast, two options. Let's go edit it. You can edit the question through here, the gear button, and you can edit any question like that. And if there is error, one more thing we can try is we can select it all, and we can do this, and we can remove the formatting. Sometimes formatting causes the issue with these type of questions. And we can change the size again and the color as well, whatever you want to keep. So you have to remove formatting. Often formatting causes those kind of errors as well. Here it is. And this is more proper. This might be a little confusing, so I would say use this option, and you can notice that everything is correct now, alhamdulillah. The error is gone. There are three options here to choose from. Either you can choose this one. It is important that you keep only 3 columns for translation questions. The test is timed, and if students have to scroll all the way right to fill in each column for every line, then it is time consuming, and students might not be able to finish their test in time. So the test is timed before, and also grammar test as well. See how short your option is. It will be shorter, it will take smaller space. But if it is a longer one, then it will take more space. For example, here the nations chart, it is taking more space. There are more columns in this chart, and it is taking more space. But assignment is not timed, so students can take time and fill in the document, fill in the whole table properly. And you can also add a note that there are 7 columns so that they don't miss out on anything. And that's all, alhamdulillah. Jazakallahu khairan kathira. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.